Welcome to my channel. This is another time-lapse video. This is an alla prima painting of Greg Mitchell, who plays Captain Donovan Mitchell of the USS Armitage. And there'll be a link in the description for where you can see some of his videos. You can see from this life-size photograph I'm working from, there is a green screen in the background, and I tried very hard to get rid of that with Photoshop. Unsuccessfully. I really struggled getting rid of that. I really wish I had gotten rid of it because it really is difficult for me to kind of see color accurately and even value a little bit. So note to self in the future, make sure I get rid of the green screen. But I really do love the position of the head. This is not looking straight ahead. It's slightly turned to one side and tilted, which is a really interesting pose. If it weren't for the sort of intense lighting coming from one side that really illuminates the side plane of the head and the face, this would be a very difficult portrait to paint. I had difficulty drawing it. If you look through the drawing section, I wound up moving the eye just slightly to make a little more room on the side of the head with all that illumination to try to get that head shape correct. And it was a really small change. It was about the width of a brush, but in this case, I think that really helped me kind of see the different planes of the head a little bit better. I did put in some rhythms. You can probably still see some of those lines. The skin tones are really muted, and it's really hard for me to kind of get that from the photograph because of all that green. And I did paint really a different style of alla prima here, where I painted primarily one value almost everywhere, and then I'm going back in and I'm reinforcing some darks. I'm adding some higher chroma paint, not a lot higher because there's not a lot of high chroma anywhere, and just trying to make some refinements to, discover the shape and form that the effective light has. There's not real strong shadow going on. There's a lot of, I guess, ambient light or reflected light on the shadow side, and I'm really grateful that the whole head isn't illuminated that way, because it would be really tough to represent this shape without that strong light coming from the one side. Just working on the eyes here and filling in the hair, it really does a lot to help me kind of see things, because I used an orangey background for this because I thought it really worked a lot better with the sort of bluish gray uniform. I really wish I had changed the source photo. I think it would have helped quite a bit. But I do think I got a reasonable likeness in the face and the shape of the head. I don't know exactly what era uniform this is. I think it's probably a next generation uniform, but it's hard for me to say. I'm looking at the pips, which are the rank insignia, which are sort of hidden behind and in shadow of the garment. And they're the last thing I fill in, and I don't really paint them very much. I really just give hints that they're there, and I just try to get some volume in some of the shadows. And this is the final painting, and I hope Greg likes it. If you like this video, please click the like button. If you'd like to see more of them, please subscribe to my channel. I'm on the web at robertosuzuki.art, on Instagram at roberto_suzuki_art, and on Facebook at fb.com/robertosuzukiart. Thank you.